Hello everybody, today we will go to the little demonstration about the two main components of the MIRTO cognitive engine architecture, the ones that you see highlighted in red, the deployer and the monitors. I will use a local environment to demonstrate the capabilities of the two components. So let's start for the deployer. I already have in place a full working solution, so you will see that all the components are already deployed in a local cluster that is composed by one server and one agent. So basically it has two nodes. The deployer, the knowledge base, and the cluster monitor and node monitors are already in place, so everything is up and running. So let's move to the deployment part. As you know, we have the deployment is capable to accept an input, an allocation map. An allocation map is basically composed by some services, some compute, and those are the allocation of a service to be run in a compute. For the sake of this demonstration, all the computes are based on my local cluster, but in a real world scenario, all the components can run in different clusters in the distributed and continuum environment. So let's apply this deployment. Just for the sake, you will see now that we have only the MIRTO namespaces in my cluster. So this contains the barebone components, the deployer and the others that we saw before. So if we move on and apply this deployment, a new deployment has been created. So we have the original request that was requested and also the information for the deployments. As you can see here, we have one deployer for any allocation that we have here. So we have three services allocation and three deployment. That because potentially the deployer can distribute the service component into different clusters, and for each it creates a deployment. Let's see, in the list of deployment we have just one, so okay, and this means that a new namespace within this cluster has been created with all the components or the pods and the deployments that we had. Is still creating this one, but it will be up and running in a few. So we have the camera feed, the face detection, the proxy components that are already in place. This means that deployment has been successfully completed only in one local, because we were targeting only local environment, but this is the same if they were few. Now let's quickly move to the other part, the Resus monitor. So for the Resus monitor, basically we have one agent that is running on each pod, and each pod, each agent is capable to send information about the node. We have two nodes here. We have this local cluster catered MIRTO cluster agent 0 that is sending data to the DKB, and we have some data like CPU, disk, memory, swap, and so on. We can add multiple collectors. It's just a matter of configuration and implementation in case of specific collector that must be put in place. And we have the same for the server. So for each node we have this data that is collected and periodically pushed to the knowledge base. Thank you very much.